Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we've got a Harbor Freight Predator super quiet inverter technology generator. And this is a 2000 watt at startup or 1600 watt continuous duty inverter technology generator. So let's get this thing out of the box and try it out. One of the reasons we got this is, along with being super quiet, it is supposed to only weigh 49 pounds. Okay, so we've got instructions, all good. Got a little toolkit. Got plenty of styrofoam. I'll just set it on the ground. Looks pretty nice. Okay, we've got the Predator 2000 out of the box, and in the little toolkit that it came with, we've got the DC plug, and it says to use this DC outlet only to charge lead acid batteries. We've got a spark plug wrench with the little handle. We've got an 8mm and 10mm combination wrench, and we've got a Phillips screwdriver. So on the right side of the generator is obviously the pull handle. On the top, we've got the gas cap, which is vented, and you have to turn the vent on to run it. We've got a fuel gauge, and then this is the access to the spark plug. On the front, it has a low oil light, it has an overload light, and it has an output light. It also then has a carbon monoxide sensor that will shut the machine off if it senses too much dangerous levels of carbon monoxide. To make sure that this is working, when it first starts up, that light's supposed to flash yellow. So we've got a AC breaker. We've got the ESC throttle, which you have to have off when you start it up. And then once it's running, you can turn it on, just kind of a fuel saver item. So we've got the off, run, and start selector switch. Then we have, obviously we've got our AC, 120 volt, 13.3 amp max receptacle, and a reset for that. Here's that 12 volt plug that's got those weird angle connectors. Here is the ground, and it says on this that before you run this, you're supposed to drive a ground rod into the ground and ground this machine. That's never going to happen. And then on this side, this generator did not ship with any oil in it, just like any gas product. Unless you buy it from a dealer that services them, usually there will not be any oil in the machine if they didn't charge you a setup fee. But we take these 3 screws out and fill it with 10W30 oil. So we'll do that. Okay, so we'll pull these 3 screws out. And I am using the Icon Phillips screwdriver, also from Harbor Freight, instead of the little screwdriver that they shipped with it. I've really been impressed with these Icon screwdrivers. We do have a review on the channel of them. But we did that review when we first bought these, and I've had them for over a year now. And they have continued to be an awesome set of screwdrivers. So with those 3 screws out, this is supposed to lift off, and it does. Okay, so we've got some sound deadening in there, our little plastic cover. So here is the oil fill, and we'll take that loose, and it has no oil in it. It has a dipstick, but what it said in the instructions was to fill that to the bottom of that hole, basically, that container. You know, there's some oil in there. I don't think it's full, but there is definitely oil in there. So our generator had oil in it, but it wasn't full. Okay, we've got our 10W30 oil, and I'm just going to top that off. But that definitely had some oil in it. Doesn't look like it's been used. The box seemed totally sealed up. So we'll hope for the best. Okay, so I was surprised. This actually had oil in it, and it did take about maybe a quarter of a quart to top it off, but it is now totally full of oil to the top of the dipstick, and they also said fill it to the edge of that hole, which it is. So we'll put the cover back on and get ready to start it up. Okay, throw the screws in. Okay, we'll fill this up. And of course, we're using a funnel. There's no way to use these new EPA approved gas filler funnel thingies, because you have to push down on that to make it work. So we'll do our best to not spill any of this. So we're coming to you from the rock now, but our start instructions is open vent on gas cap, and that's off, so that is now on. Turn economy ESC switch off. So that's off. Turn switch to start, which is this switch. There's run, there's start. Pull starter handle. Then we want to wait for the output light, which is this light right here. Also, we want to see if this light flashes yellow, which is the carbon monoxide detector. Then once the output light comes on, we slowly turn the run switch from start up to run, and it's running. So let's give her a pull, see how it does. First pull, that is impressive. Okay, so our output light is on. Hopefully you saw if this light flashed or not. We'll slowly turn it to run. And now we can turn our ESC switch to on as well, which just cuts the RPMs down a little bit. So we can't use this more than half its rated output. So if 13.3, that'd be, I don't know, like 6.5, plus another 1.5, like 6.65, maybe, guessing, amps on this for the first 30 hours. It does not have a hour meter on it, so we're just going to have to kind of guess that, or go by fuel situations, which is supposed to run. I have to look it up again, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to run for up to 10 hours on a tank of fuel, depending on the load, of course. So about 3 tanks of fuel on it, and we can use it for full power. Okay, so to check this, see how it works, we have a DeWalt 6 amp, go focus on that, 6 amp total output drill. And we'll plug it in and see how it runs. So with both ESC on and off, it powered this drill. I didn't notice when I first started it up, even though it is a 6 amp draw, which is under half the 13.3 amp total max, the overload light flashed when it first started up. On the ESC, it didn't do that, so it's interesting. And I never did see this little carbon monoxide sensor light come on for the initial test. So we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe that's not working. We're always going to use this outside, so I don't see it being a big deal, but there we go. Okay, so we'll turn the fuel vent cap off. The reason we bought this is we have a larger generator that our builders used quite a bit. Our power, which is back over there, was very unreliable when we first moved in. It actually came across the river and got knocked out pretty regularly. So to be able to have our contractors keep working with more than just their battery tools, we had the big generator here, and it worked out well. But Maggie finds that one a little bit intimidating, I guess, to pull out of the garage and set up and use. And so we wanted something a little smaller and a little quieter and much more portable. I can take this out in the woods, and if I've got a project out there, I can have power out there now pretty easily. This is going in the back of the ATV. With our RV, it can go in a storage compartment in the RV, even though we have the large generator in the RV. But just a good all-around quiet generator. The probably number one comparison to this would be the Honda, which is pretty much, I feel like, top of the bar as far as portable generators go. And I've had a lot of use of those Honda 2000 watt generators, and honestly, this one sounds just as quiet as those, and it produces power. So I don't know what more you can ask other than finding out the longevity, and obviously we don't know that yet. So we like it. We found this on the Inside Track Club for $4.99. I saw a coupon that just came out today where it was $5.49, but again, that was a coupon for anybody. I didn't see another Inside Track Club deal. But like I said, we just picked this up, and so far I think we're going to be pretty impressed with it. So your mileage may vary. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did, drop a like. We love your comments, and we hope you'll subscribe to see more. Have a great day. Be safe.
All right, vent on. ESC off. And I'm going to do this. That's good. Ready to go.
Yep. What do you think?
I love it. It's nice.
How about the noise of it?
Nice. It's super crazy quiet compared to most generators I've had used before.
Right. What about the weight? Can you feel good about carrying it outside or getting it outside to run it?
It's a little heavy for me, but it's totally easy to do. So I have no problem getting it out.
How about the effort to start it?
Effort to start it's not bad. It pulls pretty nice. Gotta follow all the procedures, but they're right there, so that's not bad. I love it.
Cool.
Gas gauge is easy to see. It's really nice.
So would you recommend it?
I would recommend it highly.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell.
We've been using this generator for about a month now, and the one thing that we found is that the start position is also the choke position. So if that generator is warm, like it ran out of gas and you refilled it, don't turn it to start, just turn it to run, and it starts up pretty good. If you turn it all the way to the start when it's warm, it will flood out because of the choke. And so that's the only thing that's not really in the instructions, but other than that, we're loving that generator.